Oh yeah, we're going into the game that matters. Our winner's final. Flyers versus Elevate. Don't worry, guys. We will keep you updated about what's happening over in the losers bracket. But this is the match to watch. Can Flyers take down Elevate? Can Commonly get his revenge for what happened on Monday, Tuesday? Or does Vemzy keep being the man to watch? This man is just absolutely popping off on the socials. Everyone just wants to get a little glimpse of what it's like to play like Vemzy as he finds an early 2 kills, taking down Commonly with a long-range scatter shot.
I'm liking this start coming out of Elevate. Oh my gosh, they're coming in, putting them 4 down almost immediately, getting the scatter shot. Now going to go after Nest. Vemzy, that barrel is obviously eating. It's a shiny to the body, takes out J0, and once again, 2 down goes Flyers. They're about to start off with a trip cap. Gary, what is going on here?
Elevate, I think Elevate have a little beef with Flyers. I think they just they play different, but Onboard answering back, triple kill, and that's gonna get them the nest once again. But that being said, it's there's no trip cap, man. It's that's not gonna give them points as we see Onboard going all the way back. He's gonna have to take down Carmia as well. So it takes a triple kill for them to get out of the trip cap. What does it take for them to get some points on the board?
I mean, it's going to take a miracle right now, if you ask me. But here we go. Finally going to take there's a 2 cap coming in from Flyers. Envoy's going to be accredited for that one. There's 10 minutes and 44 seconds on the clock. Super CC does go down. Envoy eats a big nade from across the map. J0's clutching up, taking out Vemzy. Back and forward action. No team wants to give an inch, let alone a mile, Garrett.
Yeah, absolutely. And look at this basement going in favor of Flyers as they've rotated out, and now they have all of Elevate trapped in that back BR side. If they can execute on some kills, they could get themselves a nice trip cap, but it's going to come down to this execution. Onboard has 2 players ahead of him. He's going to get taken down as 2 go down for Flyers. Once again, Neuronical takes himself off the map, giving Super CC a double kill as Vemzy takes down Super CC's in response. And now they could be flipping out the spawns. No, so Elevate still getting that back bunker spawn, and Vemzy not able to stay alive. So a lot of kills going down everywhere, but spawn control still in the favor of Flyers for the time being. This next railgun and camo could change that.
It could have, but that red team player was actually able to steal that camouflage away, and I don't believe he got burnt. I could be wrong on that one, but I believe camo's still in the hands of that red team player. Vemzy,
yeah, it's Onboard. Onboard has that camo, and he has a scatter shot with it. So he's going to be the player that's going to be making these big pushes. That's going to get behind these players. I believe he might be in that. Yeah, he's just sitting there getting BR basement. What a spot. Oh, I guess he's gonna go back for base. I like this. I was about to say I would have liked to maybe see him stay there and try to get it, but he goes back. He's gonna, ooh, no, Onboard just misses that kill. One more player ahead of him. The teammate comes in. Super CC helps get the kill. There's a player still at the connector as Super CC gets taken down, but Onboard's done what is needed. He gets the basement back for his team, and that was a rocky start for Flyers, but they are resilient. They get back into this game. They're gonna tie it up 30 all. We're basically back to 0-0, and it's gonna be down to Elevate. They're gonna get trip cap from a moment, but it turns into a 2 cap for their team. Elevate trying to respond as they have Flyers in the back spawn now.
I was just about to say, wow, Elevate got the trip cap, and just like that, bam, 2 cap now in favor of, of Elevate, back in favor of Elevate instead of Flyers. So great plays by them. Here goes Commonly going to go after Nest right here. Can he take it and flip the map around here? He has some pressure coming in. That's Simply Fear Me coming right at him, taking a 1 shot, able to get the finish kill, the Super CC, and they might get rewarded with this Nest.
I love this spot from Commonly, right? He knows his team has the carbine spawn, so he sits up there to get the higher angle on the players that could potentially come from E2, and he's safe because he knows for sure that his teammates have his help at carbine. Those little positions that Commonly will take, they're some of the best in the game, and it's just so smart from him. 2 players pushing over to Nest. He's gonna have to back down. He's gonna maybe try to hit a quick flank through Engine 2 as they're gonna gain inside control, and really not much is lost for them because Railgun's coming up and Camo's coming up, and they've just taken inside control. So they're pretty fine with losing that Nest for now, as the Camo has just come up, and that's going to be going into the hands of Commonly as he gets away with it. And there's 1 player to watch out for. He's going to dodge that player. The teammates are coming through. He finally finds the kill on Vemzy, and this is looking like it's going to go in the favor of Flyers. How it's going. Onboard has the railgun, Commonly with the camouflage. It's looking all Flyers towards the second half of this game.
Still on board with Hamza Abali, aka Commonly, who has the camouflage. Simply Fear was just about to take a nosedive, and Commonly said, you know what? I'm just going to finish you off myself with my pistol. 48-46 lead in favor of Elevate, and they just put the 2-cap on the board. Let's see if Commonly can get these slays.
Yeah, Commonly staying alive for the time being. 2 players over in Tower 1. You don't see that often, but it works out as Commonly has his fight over in this short hallway. He's going to be able to get the beat down, but not the kill. Super CC finally finds the trade. Time going in the favor of Flyers at the moment. On board with the help of Super CC, takes down Bemsy, and now, oh, what a shot from Jazeera on Carmilla, but unfortunately not quite able to finish that basement, I mean, as Super CC finds the kill on a player in basement. Now has one more to take down and takes him down. He does. Carmilla gets taken down by Super CC. This is looking great for Flyers. Not much of a lead, but they are just looking like the better team at the moment.
And this is lights out. And back and forward, I'm loving what I'm seeing right now. Super CC has the scatter shot in his back pocket. He's also going to drop a nade right on Jazeera. That's your fault, Jazeera. Get out of his way. He's on fire.
That's obviously his fault. I mean, like, killing spree. I mean, nothing has ever gone wrong for Super CC in this life. That was a perfectly placed nade. He just happens to be colorblind occasionally. And there we go. Super CC able to get that basement. And that's going to be a trip cap for the time being. It's going to be short-lived because they're going to be able to get 2 right away. But Super CC and crew, they've done a wonderful job. That railgun not quite able to get away, though. So we need to keep an eye on those left and right parts of your screen. See who picks up that railgun eventually and can potentially put it to work. Commonly does have the time for the camouflage, and the camouflage is up. As Flyers are moving towards it, they're going to be able to get it as Super CC. He has one player that could potentially take him down. They're not going to look for him. Commonly got the railgun control back into the favor of Flyers, and Super CC is going to make a play.
The 21-year-old out of Coatesville, Pennsylvania, has the camouflage in hand, able to take out Vebsy, putting some good shots on that player towards white corner, and almost dropping off the map right there. Luckily, clambering back, Commonly going to drop the railgun and get the double cut. Ironical, firing on all cylinders is this Flyer squad right now, and they only need 20 more points to take the win here, Garrett.
Yeah, I love how smart they play on these hills, right? They're just out-rotating Elevate at the moment. And, you know, big shout-out once again. We gave a shout-out to Callus before. I think this is another time to shout them out. They've just done a great job of out-rotating Super CC. Oh, man, if he would have gotten that. Oh, they did get the kill. Commonly finds the kill. Can he get the other player pushing forward? He drops him down in time, and they're going to be able to maintain the 2-cap for now, and he gets the punch through the wall. That could do it as they're pushing for another trip cap. Simply Fear Me is in the BR base, but it's going to be too little, too late. The trip cap's in effect. They're not going to be able to push out fast enough. This should be the game for Flyers unless some miracle happens as Bemsy misses the sticky, and that is it. A strong start from Elevate, but response is even better from Flyers as they take our first game as players. Oh, look at all 3 of them go down. No shot on board, and Commonly say, get out of that hill. We are going to take this first game. What a game from Flyers, though. They're exceeding my expectations.
What a game indeed. That was absolutely incredible. You know, we saw, as you said before, we saw Elevate open up fantastic, but Flyers able to bounce back. 8 captures coming out of Envor, 11 out of Carmilla. They were getting the captures. I think the problem was that they just weren't holding it. They weren't putting seconds. Those seconds weren't turning to minutes. That's the issue. I'm looking at the scoreboard right now. Commonly able to drop 18 kills and 15 assists, only dying 9 times. That's just showing off. You're just a show off.
I mean, he's the better 4v4 player, man. He is one of the best players when it comes to 4v4, and he's showing it. I mean, what a stat line. 18, 15, and 9, triple-double, under 10 deaths. You can't ask for much more from the man. Also, shout out to Super CC Evades, man. He got the camouflage and he put it to work every time that he got it. He made massive plays for the team, and they coordinated so well with each other. I can say it's safe to say Commonly stock rising quite quickly after that first game.
Oh, it definitely is. It definitely. I mean, you know, we're talking about the stock rising. I mean, the man has an X Games gold medal. I mean, that thing was beautiful. I saw it whip it out. It blinded me. It was so daggone bright. It was incredible. So his stock was already crazy high, and with that win, it's going up there. He has a fantastic Halo 3 team. He now has found a home with his Halo 5. So they're playing lights out. We're going to start on board. This is where Vemsy and friends had an amazing start. I was like, whoa, they're going to win this game. But hey, it ain't about how you start. It's about how you finish, Garrett.
Yeah, great triple kill from Onboard right there. But as an update on what's happening over in the losers bracket, so Scared Money did win 3-0 over Rising A's. So we're going to see Scared Money going up against that Kingdom squad. So we'll keep an eye on that. Magnanimous took game one 150 to 133 on Fisher Oddball. And apparently they're down by quite a bit to start that game. So I think that game's going to be going the distance to game 5. The question is, can Magnanimous clutch it up this time? Beautiful nade from Super CC. I mean, you couldn't ask for a better one right there. Woo! Love the team nades.
And then we're going to put the shotty to the body. Get out of here, Vemzy. It's my hill. It's my hill.
There we go. Oh, man, this game was so good, man, from Flyers. I mean, when you just take a look at what they're doing, they're just being really quick on rotations. They're keeping the team gathered back into one spot. And then Super CC, like I said, he just makes constant great plays with the camouflage. Like this kill right here, he stops them from making the nest push, and then he just goes out and just keeps playing this isolation play with this camouflage and just completely goes into another spot that they have no idea where he's going. Like he's just able to reposition himself beautifully. He just made big play after big play. And this is actually probably the biggest play of the game, commonly stopping them from getting this nest. It stopped all their momentum, and it made it basically impossible for them to come back.
And to keep you guys updated at home, we did have the start of that Magnanimous versus Ice game on Fisher Oddball, and Magnanimous was able to take that win over Ice 150 to 133. That was Fisher Oddball.
Yeah, absolutely. Great job by Magnanimous Spartan and the crew getting their revenge on Ice. But there we go. Vemzy and crew, they're trying to make a comeback in this second game. First one not going quite in their favor, but there it is. The new blood for this Flyer squad on board, able to get this overshield once again, and he's trying to get the sniper rifle with it as he is able to do so. Who has the combo? So Jazero has the combo, so there's no fear for Onboard to get noob comboed at this moment. He's just playing fast and furious, man. I love how fast Onboard plays. He really is this new addition to this roster. I think it just breathes new life into this Flyers roster.
He really does. I agree. And he has that overshield. He has the sniper rifle. You better put it to work, young man. Show me what you got, Onboard. oh, damn.
Oh, I guess he showed. Wasn't much. Commonly goes down. Jazero finds a perfect kill, and Super CC giving a haircut to Naronical over in the yard, man. Talk about a tight angle as he finds another one on Carmia. Oh, you do not often see the sniper in blue just holding down angles like that. But man, beautiful shots from Super CC as he has 5 sniper bolts left to work with. I'd like to see him reload this sniper rifle. You know, only one shot in there, but he just wants to find a pick. Just one. Oh man, this player's gonna pop up and get instantly destroyed, and that is exactly what happened. Simply Fear Me's taken down, cannot come back for another 8 seconds. A Super CC has just been going crazy with this sniper rifle, but it hasn't resulted in a lead for this Flyers roster yet. Elevate still winning the game as of right now.
Yeah, never let your weapon get down to the end of the ammo to be forced to reload. Because when you get forced to reload, you get that little extra animation with the sniper rifle. He has to pull the little trigger thing back, and that extra animation is just not what you want. You want to get rid of all the animations, get your reticle up and ready to shoot at any given time. So make sure you're always reloading before you have that force when you run out of ammo.
Super CC took down a player with him right before he died with that sniper. He had a wonderful life with it, but it just was not enough for Flyers to take a lead. And now it's they need to find some critical kills using teamwork, and that is commonly special, bro. He gets behind players, he finds kills. Super CC's on a triple. He's looking for the over. He might get the unofficial, but no, the bait and switch comes back, commonly repaying the favor this time around. And man, I just love how these two play off each other. They've been teaming for quite a bit now, ever since that first season 1 pro series where we saw No Ice upset that KCP roster, which led to Super CC getting dropped. He then went on a team with Flyers, and it's just been butter for these two players. I feel as if they've really built a great communication, a great rapport between the two of them, and I look forward to see what they can do in the future.
I look forward as well as this, but Flyers does end up going 3 down right there. So Elevate able to take advantage of that one. Now they have a 2-kill lead. Onward trying to defend the sniper rifle, gets a beautiful nade on Vemzy, but he's going to end up going down thanks to Neuronical. And I believe Elevate going to get away with that sniper. No, it's Super CC. It's Flyers. How did they come away with that sniper, Garrett?
largely because of Onboard. Onboard got a pick that was not expected, and Super CC was waiting in that top lift. He was able to grab that sniper rifle and then was just able to stay alive holding that top lift, and now he's able to push into 3 players. I don't think he expected there to be quite as many players there, and he misses 2 critical sniper shots, and that's going to give the 16-year-old phenom this sniper rifle. Carmilla, he's one of the newest players coming to the Halo scene. You better keep an eye out for him. He's going to make big waves as he's trying to find this player in the back. Vemzy able to eventually find that kill, but man, it just feels as if Flyers has been playing so well, but they haven't been able to take the lead whatsoever. It's just been steady holding from Elevate, and if Elevate gets a sniper rifle and some power-ups, I think this could spell disaster for the Flyers roster, considering that they can't even get the lead with the power-ups or sniper rifle.
Well, we're gonna see what happened too. We just approached, we actually just passed the halfway point of the map here, 20 and make that 30-27 lead. 2 down goes Flyers, 2 down goes Elevate. Onward trying to get this one-shot play. He actually jumps right over him. That was that was a little crazy. Vemzy can't be touched. Look at him. He's just jumping around. You can't kill Vemzy. You can't do it.
Nah, Vemzy just comes back for the reach out, gets it, and the double kill, and that should secure the overshield for his team. What a life from Vemzy right there, and that's gonna build some momentum for this Elevate roster, because Elevate's had the lead, but it hasn't felt like they've had the momentum. Now it feels as if they have the momentum to go with the lead, and that, I think, they're just gonna start to run away with this second game.
Dude, the way Vemzy played his life right there, then came back at the one shot Onboard, that was absolutely incredible, man. He's just jumping around, staying alive, calmly doing a great job, just saying, hey, you know what? Let me just stay alive. Let me just wait for the spawners. Ends up getting nade checked and then nade taken down. Good job by Elevate to be checking all angles with those nade checks. They work.
Look at this, Carmilla pushing through with the help of his teammate, and they're going to find 10-kill lead. It's finally starting to expand quite a bit, and I can't find a route to success for Flyers. They're just on their back foot. They're getting spawn trapped, and they're just seeing incredible gunplay from everyone on Elevate. It's going to be so tough to come back, and they really can't afford many more deaths if they want to make the comeback happen. Flyers need to find an answer now, and it's just not happening. Death after death. It looks like Elevate's going to be taking the second game.
So it looks like the Callus-led Flyers doing a great job on Stronghold. We're seeing Elevate with the super fast slaying potential and putting it to work, being the better slaying team. Now the question is, who's going to come back on this CTF or this oddball? That's going to be the question here.
Yeah, it definitely is going to be an X Factor. I think that oddball in particular are going to be the most X Factor game that we'll see. Elevate just rolling through at the moment. Onboard going to be able to stunt Chimera and finds a double kill, but as that's happening, trades are coming through. Onboard has one more underneath. He's going to jump up high to try to reposition, and oh, can he find the kill? No. Okay, finally finds Vemzy. Man, Vemzy is just so hard to kill. He's slippery and he's so deadly if you let him get away. Only 3 kills left for Elevate to win, but a potential comeback is happening as we're seeing kill after kill go into Flyers' favor. They just can't afford to give him any deaths. There's a player in backyard that I don't know if they're aware of, and Jazero gets the overshield. There's a player right underneath you. You're going to get back smacked, and that's going to be the game. Yeah, that player that stayed in the backyard that no one knew about is going to be what causes them to win that game. I think if that overshield's able to play freely, we can definitely see the comeback. But beautiful job by whoever it was that stood in that bottom yard and just waited for the overshield to expose.
That was exciting. That was great to watch. Elevate, action-packed all over the place. Vemzy dropping 18 kills, only dying 8 times, going 8 assists as well. Neuronical, 13 kills, 10 deaths, 10 assists. Fantastic job. Super CC across the board. On the other side of things, 14 kills, only dying 11 times, 8 assists. So great plays all over the place. But it was Elevate able to pull out the 50-42 win. Now, again, we're going into another objective. We already seen that Flyers can take a stronghold. But again, I mean, Strongholds definitely plays a lot different than CTF or Oddball. Want to see who's going to take this next objective. That's the real question.
Yeah, the objectives are going to reign supreme. I mean, like, it looks like the slaying team, it's just they're just better over on Elevate when it comes to the Slayers. So they really can't afford to give up any of the objectives if you are Flyers. And that's Flyers' bread and butter. They're just an objective team. So I don't expect them to lose the objectives, but I mean, you never know with this Elevate roster. They can come and just run so fast at you. And Vemzy in particular, his movement, it just really feels as if he's one of those special talents. He can move across the map so differently than just everyone else, and just knows how to maneuver perfectly everywhere he goes. He just has some of the cleanest movement in the game.
Yeah, he plays lightning fast, and on top of that, the ability when he's staying alive, putting down shots, and being a nuisance. That's when he's at his most dangerous. We saw that with MZ doing that. It was a fantastic. But I'm to keep you guys up to date. Scared Money taking down Kingdom, game number 1. Fisher Oddball 150 to 125. Magnanimous taking out Ice, going up 2-0 in that series, beating them on the Rig Slayer 50 to 48. Magnanimous is up 2-0 in that particular series right there. So, well, like I said, the fat's been trimmed. There's nothing but good prime premium meat left, and it's gonna be some good games. I don't even know why I said that.
Yeah, I like it. I liked it. 3 go down immediately for this Elevate roster. Commonly able to get the camouflage. Carmilla, though, able to get rewarded with the Rockets for staying alive for his team. So we'll see if the Rockets can make a path for them to stop this ball carrier. But you see the rotation immediately from ball all the way over to Pelican, and now they're probably going to try to rotate that ball into that like back sneakers area, I believe is what people call it, as commonly you need to live there. Vemsy just puts the skates on and finds the kill on commonly with the camouflage, and that's going to be an impactful one, as they're going to be able to sneak away this ball. Now Carmilla trying to run away with it. He eventually does fall on board, finds one, but is traded out, and that it's just so big for commonly. Commonly needs to stay alive with that camouflage there and be the foundation for his team, be that bedstone.
In the wise words of Vemsy during Money Tuesdays, come here, Hammy. Come here. Hey, yeah, 25 to 4 lead in favor of this Flyers roster. 10 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock. Carmilla coming up with a beautiful double cut. He's not done. He's watching the cutoff right there. Beautiful slays come out of Carmilla, but then good awareness to watch that cutoff. He sped it up, slowed it down. Carmilla starting to become my MVP.
Yeah, he's looking great. I mean, he's doing what's necessary. He finds Super CC slacking as he tried to push under. There's a player on the flank. Carmilla notices. He finds another kill on onboard, but the ball is taken, and now he gets the stick, but not able to get away. Just Zero takes him down with him commonly. Now the player on the ball, he's gonna have a one-on-one on Vemsy. Gets the shots necessary, but opts to take a different angle, rewarding himself with the noob combo as that ball is rotating to Pelican. I like this rotation. This is a quick one. Let commonly control blue, start to rotate players towards that pizza. Unfortunately for them, they don't execute on those kills. If they get those kills over at Pelican, they would be in a dominating hold. Unfortunately, Carmilla and the crew able to take them down, and now able to rotate this ball all the way back over to Rockets, and they should have Rockets. Simply Fear Me has them. So we'll see. Simply Fear Me actually went down, and Camouflage just went into Commonly's hands. Can we get an eye on Commonly? I want to see what do some damage with that Camouflage.
And we just have switched gears over towards Hamza Abali, aka Commonly, the X Games gold medalist. Actually, he doesn't get taken out. He does have the Peace Shooter, comes in, gonna take out Carmilla on that one. Good kill. Now, but the ball guy, he got away. Great slays coming in from Commonly, but great rotation by Elevate. They're putting good points on the board here. They have now increased their lead to over double.
Yeah, look at that. I mean, that's just a great rotation from Simply Fear Me. And once again, he's that player. He's like the objective-minded player for that team. He's so smart. He knows what he needs to do. Commonly going to be using that last bit of his camouflage just to hold the ball, because there was no one else really in position, and that was prime ball time. Now, check this out. I want to know if they're going to try to spawn trap them in blue, or if they're going to try to force a rock spawn, because that player left the blue door. No, so they did force a rock spawn, and now all these players spawning as far away as possible from that ball carrier, but they lose the kill. They lose themselves on the pizza side. So now Commonly in a position where he's just gonna have to play that ball and play it. He does. Neuronical waiting for Commonly to expose himself. Commonly not doing so. He's just living and living. You see how many players had to get out of position from Elevate to go finish Hammy at the end.
And I love the fact that Commonly played that ball early. Instead of trying to milk the 2 or 3 seconds, he said, you know what, let me play it early and try to stay alive and milk my life as long as possible, instead of trying to milk for the scoreboard. And so, hey, sometimes you're able to get a good trade-off kill, but not that time, as his team now goes 3 down, back-to-back kills in favor of Elevate. Neuronical actually has the ball in hand, and they're putting more good points on the board here, Garrett.
Absolutely. I mean, this is great for Elevate. They just need to keep the ball for as long as possible. Neuronical gets it off and stays alive. That's absolutely massive. Nades are trying to find him. He tries to stay alive for as long as possible, but eventually gets taken out. But yeah, Elevate, they've just been able to sneak away ball time that probably is undeserved. And because of that, they're able to have this lead that they have now. But once again, Camo's coming up, and who else but Commonly to be right on top of it. He's going to get taken down, but keeps it away from Elevate. I want to see, did anyone get the rockets yet? No rockets on the map. I want to know where they could possibly be down as Envoir's hunting down this ball carrier. Eventually does take down Vemzy, and maybe those rockets were used, and I wasn't aware of it, Tony. But I don't know. Oh, there we go. Carmilla has them. The rockets are in play.
That was, oh my gosh, that was a beautiful 5 come out of Envoir. Then he comes up with the back smack and now gets rewarded with a rocket launcher. Boom, boom, to the face of Simply Fear Me. Now going after the ball. I said that Carmilla may have been my MVP, but those back-to-back kills from Envoir literally single-handedly stopped the enemy team from putting good points on the board, and now it's Flyers who have taken control of the momentum of this game.
And Envoir, I mean, honestly, when it comes to Echelon Oddball, he's like a walking highlight reel. So many times I've seen him do impressive things on this map and game type combination. It just seems as if he understands it maybe a little bit better than everyone else. But Carmilla, he has a 1-on-2. Can he get a trade? No, he cannot. Super CC finds the kill. Vemzy eventually finds the trade out on Super CC. Commonly, I'd like to see maybe get this ball rotated all the way over towards Rockets or go for a quick play position. Instead, he's going to opt to give that ball up and just live his life for as long as possible. Not long enough though, as Neurotical takes him down at top green. Yeah, I would like maybe see that ball just try to go for a quick rotation and then maybe buy enough time for your teammates to get there. Unfortunately, that does not happen. But that being said, Flyers quick on the uptake. They get back to that ball. They quickly get the kills and they get the reset.
Yeah, I'm not upset with the play at all. I mean, even if he tried to rotate it over, he might have said I got thrust slided it at anyways. And luckily, they were able to get the ball off the map, so not too much time being put in favor as far as Elevate in that sequence. And somehow they ended up getting a couple. They even stuck in a couple points of ball right there, but not before getting rocketed. Carmilla trying to stay alive right here, almost getting his, almost winning his individual gunfight, and now it's Elevate back in control.
Elevate's back in control, but they do give up camo once again to Envoir, and he's going to be hunting for any player. He gets hit by a check nade, so they are going to know someone's in that pizza area, but they might have thought they'd gotten the kill already. And there we go, Envoir finding one. He's been the impact player for this Flyers roster already. Only 20 seconds left to work with to take down this ball carrier. They find the kill. Another player underneath though. Is Envoir aware of the player that's sitting underneath? That player could be the impact one. Oh no, unfortunate from Simply Fear Me. He just misses the timing. 2 players go down, and now they're going to have control, but Carmilla takes down Jazero at the last second, commonly not able to find the trade. And now, oh my god, the Needler comes out commonly with finds the kill on Carmilla. You see him pre-firing the Needler right there? Oh my, commonly.
Fear the Pink Mist. 143 to 87 lead in favor. Elevate, they're going to be closing out this game in about 3 more seconds here. Fantastic job to Elevate to steal an objective from Flyers, which in my opinion, I would say Oddball maybe plays a little bit more of like a Slayer than a traditional objective. You know, you hold the ball on your side and then it's your job to hold the setups and kind of like a 3v4 situation. I think it plays a little bit, it plays more towards a Slayer oriented team than it does a more objective efficient team, and you're seeing Elevate do that. Now, even if they lose the next game, they must be feeling confident if it goes to a game 5 that they can ice up in a Slayer because they already won 1 and they just won that oddball, Garrett. I'm liking Elevate to stay in the grand finals via the winner's bracket.
I want to see what our next flag game. I'm not sure exactly what the flag will be, but that could make a big difference depending on the map. That being said, it's like Echelon Oddball is a great oddball map because I just thought that each team had their opportunities. They played really well, and they played oddball, I think, in the right direction. You know, maybe there's a couple rotations that they could have used to gain themselves a little bit more ball time, but that was really an earned victory from that roster. I really enjoyed everything that I saw, but I believe we're going to go on to a true CTF. So I do give the edge to Flyers on true CTF, but you never know, right? This Elevate roster looks like they can just pop off at any moment. I still have Flyers taking this game, taking this series in game 5, but they make it, Elevate make it so hard to keep that prediction.
Okay, I'll give it to you. Flyers takes this game. Sure, why not? Sure.
Hey.
The only chance,
and then you're going to be like, game 5, no shot, is what you're going to say.
No, I'm not going to say no shot, but I'm saying Elevate can win in a Slayer. They've already showed they can win in a Slayer. They showed they can win in an oddball as well, which plays more towards a slaying team. The only chance I'm giving Flyers is that Flyers has the experience, and maybe that can help them ice up. But Elevate has the pure firepower. If they're focused up, they're winning this. Come on now. Look at the game.
Well, Vemzy gets taken out on the car side. 3 players go down immediately, make it 4 players going down immediately for Elevate, and they force them into that car bubble, and you see them starting to take it out the P side. You might have noticed a player go temporarily down into that bottom blue base to block out that spawn, but all the players are overextended for Elevate on the car door, so they're going to stop this run for the time being at the P door. They need to reslay. Jazero hitting incredible shots, and is going to get that flag back in for the team. Flyers looking dominant in the early game in this game 4.
They absolutely are. And like I said, I'm not going to question that they're going to win this flag. They're one of the best flag teams. They're coached well. They play well. They're well practiced. I'm loving this Flyer squad for game 4.
This Flyer squad looking incredible. They're looking well paced. They already have a second flag out once again, and they're playing it slow and patient. They're not wanting to run too fast and let players get in good cutoff positions. They take them all out, and this could be a quick game for Flyers. They're already positioned for another flag run. We could see a sub 2 minute 3-0 on True CTF. Flyers looking like a different monster when it comes to the classic objectives. Yeah, I think it's safe to say they're one of the better teams in the game.
I agree. I agree 100%. They are definitely looking great in game 4. Two only in favor of Flyers right now. That honestly, they're playing lights out. Now, I mean, I said that they would probably win a CTF, but I didn't think like this. I mean, man, they're dominating right now and showing why they're a top team left in this open and whatnot. They're definitely showing they're a top 8 team. And again, we believe that maybe they can ascend to that top 6 or top 4. It's only a matter of time.
Simply Fear Me is in a great position to potentially play advanced and get players killed in the back base. And look at it, he's buying time for Vemzy to get there, but Vemzy misses his jump uncharacteristic out of Vemzy, and he's going to give up a free death. But Simply Fear Me, I believe he just got the flag out once again, and he's staying alive. He's trying to take down Onboard, but Onboard just proves to be too powerful. He turned something up. Like, you know, they lost that game 3, but man, Onboard looked like a different monster on it. He went 20 and 16 to end that game, and he had plenty of multi kills. He looks like what this Flyers roster needed. They needed someone that could pick up the gimmies, that could just get the easy slays, and everything he's done thus far has been anything but a gimme. He gets the double kills that you'd never expect. He finds the slays for his team, and he opens up the objective-oriented play that we expect to see out of Commonly and out of Super CC evades. He has been a great addition to this roster.
I'm gonna have to agree with you. Every last bit of it. Onward, a 21-year-old coming out of Horn Lake, Mississippi. This man's absolutely incredible. We saw him put on some slays, but single-handedly just dropping kids. And last game he had a beautiful 4 down. This game he had a beautiful 3 down, and he's doing it almost by himself. Him and Super CC getting nice back-to-back kills on Naranago and Carmea.
Look at Super CC. I mean, he had that cutoff all to himself. He finds one and then puts in damage on the next. Commonly gets his flag back into the base. His teammates are there. He's going to throw out this P door just because he has a player on the flank actually staying alive for the time being. He didn't opt to reset that flag, and the reset does come in. The flag, actually, did they get the grab at the last second? That thing was half a millisecond away from being reset, but they get the pull at the last second. Commonly just trying desperately to make sure no one gets back to that flag. Flyers just waiting to get this last flag in. Vemzy gets the kill. A player jumps up right onto that return. Who else but Naranago with the crispy shots finds 2, and that should be a cap for Elevate. And now they could potentially be in a situation where they could get them back to back.
Yeah, they were almost in a perfect position to relay that flag, but Naranago ended up going down due to a beautiful name. Oddvor taking out Carmea. Commonly going at Super CC. Naranago goes back at Commonly right there. 7 minutes and 53 seconds on the clock. There should be a power-up coming up very soon, but Flyers not even caring about it. They're flying up to say, hey, we're going to end this game before this camouflage comes up.
Yeah, they need to get those picks. I think Super CC is still going to be able to get that camo. If he can get away and live, that would be massive. No, Carmea not letting that happen. He couldn't get around the corner, but there we go. They all went down right on the side of Flyers, but they really still have this position to still fight out of their base. So, you know, it wasn't all that's lost when they played very aggressive on that side. And that being said, they get 3 down, and now they're going to be able to push forward. And that's what I love about them. They know the right opportunities to push forward. Like, they know, hey, if I die in this spot because I overextended, it's not a big deal because I'll be able to spawn up and still once again play for the base. You'll see so often players that'll just overextend too late or too early and allow the opposing team just to get in and get a flagpole right away. Those are the kind of overextends that you need to clean up out of your game. Flyers making none of those rookie mistakes.
Carmere able to get the big kill on Super CC. Simply Fear Me going right back at just zero. Simply Fear Me actually getting the double kill after taking out Commonly, and Carmere is already watching the cutoffs. Things are looking very good for Elevate. They've actually advanced that flag forward. He actually got into the P door. Oh no, Hod, get it in there. Get that flag. We're tied up at 2 apiece right now. 6 minutes, 35 seconds on the clock, and things are looking very good. If you're a fan of Elevate, they have bounced back, and momentum is on their side.
The problem is they're all stuck on this car side, and they have a meat grinder effect basically going in right now. And I love this flagpole. This is incredible. They're gonna go over the car side. They're gonna get the spawns over on P. They block the bubble, and this is as fast as you can possibly be. They're gonna have overextenders on the P side. The flagpole did come out, but what a transition into a car side pole. You do not see that from pro teams that often because it's so timing based, but that was great recognition. And now they're able to insert a player at the opposite car bubble, and they can just stay there and watch across and give so much information to their teammates. And this is going to come down. Jazero is going to be the impact player right here. He's going to be the one that has the opportunity to sneak in and potentially bring this flag back, as we see all the players from Elevate start to push out through that snipe through that P side. We see the push starting to happen. Vemzy gets the kill on onboard, and that should stop this push from Flyers as they're keeping this flag carrier in the car bubble. And there we go, that player Vemzy able to make a massive play to kill those players at car bubble, and Ironical gets away with the camouflage. That could be the game for Flyers right there, as that was a big misstep. They needed to win those fights on car side. It was a very risky play. I like the play. The execution, not quite there though.
Nirvana did end up getting away with the camouflage right there, but he did end up getting average, and Super CC able to clean up those kills, get the touch on the flag. So big blunders in favor of Elevate. I mean, they had the bodies there. They had the power up, but they got average, got taken out, and they allowed Flyers to bounce back. So now we're going to see if Flyers can now turn that defense into offense to get the recover, because I'm not happy with those plays coming out of Elevate. I'm not happy.
And then we got 2 go down for Elevate, and Commonly is going to be able to get into the base. I love this reach out onto Simply Fear Me. He takes down Simply Fear Me, unexpecting of the reach out. And Ironical going to be able to take down Commonly off spawn, but this could be the momentum that, oh my, onboard. This is the momentum that Flyers needed. Onboard getting another kill that should never happen, constantly keeping his team in this game. Jazero finds 2. There we go, Simply Fear Me and crew. They're on their back foot. Commonly's going in. He jumps on the return. Can he get it in time? The re comes in. Flyers have done it. They got the flag back. Now they need to get there and get this flag in. Jazero, the only one in position, but they're slow to it. They could have players coming through the car door. The kill comes through, but the cap is in at the last second. What a play from Commonly and crew.
And Jazero ended up being the first one to get back towards that flag and get it toward the P door. But if you notice, he actually died at the last second. There was a second player that slid in from the toilet and actually ended up finishing up that cap. Jazero didn't get awarded that cap. It was actually, I believe it might have been Commonly who came in and slid in, got the cap. So beautiful awareness across the board. They what it was called in hockey, they cleared the goalie. They sent them out to play to play the offense, came back, and man, it was high risk. But man, was it a high reward, and we are going into a game number 5, ladies and gentlemen. I know y'all are ready for this.
You know what happened there? You know, it's so crazy, like how high level this Flyers roster played that last moment, because they set all 4 and they expected a player to die, and that was Jazero. He died, and he got an unfortunate spawn where he had to go run all the way back to the P side to get the flag touch. But because they sent all 4 and they got so many kills and just overwhelmed in the back base, it came to the point where they got the reset that Commonly got, and then Elevate had to immediately push forward, and they had no option rather than to go into a straight line. So you had players that spawned in the car bubble immediately go over to Flyers car bubble, and what that did is it blocked the Flyers car bubble spawn. If Commonly spawns in the car bubble, there's no shot that flag goes in, right? But because they blocked the back bubble, that allowed Commonly to spawn in the top base, and because Jazero died at the last second, Commonly spawned in the perfect position after dying and returning that flag to just press the B button and to get it in at the last second. That was absolutely an incredible play from this Flyers roster to send all 4 and to have the confidence like that and to reset themselves perfectly to get that 3rd flag cap in. They started this game like the first minute and a half with 2 flag caps, and then had to go another, I think, 8.5 minutes of just juggernaut, like sledgehammer play, where they lost 2 flag caps. They were on their back foot and they pulled it out. Incredible gameplay from Flyers in that flag.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're going into a game number 5 in your winners bracket finals. Again, to just give you a little bit of update what's going on in the lower bracket. Magnanimous, was able to take out Ice in game number 3, Plaza Strongholds, 100-18. They end up 3-0ing Ice. Kingdom going back at Scared Money to take game number 2 on Rigged Slayer, 50-45. Series actually tied on that one. That's a good series right there. Scared Money goes right back at him and actually ends up beating them in game number 3, Plaza Strongholds, 100-7. That one just ended recently and they beat them 100-7. So now they lead the series 2-1 in the best of 5. So we're seeing good series across the board. Magnanimous 3-0ing, but Kingdom and Scared Money going into a game number 4.
I'm interested to see whether Ice still finish in the top 8. I hope they did, because I want to see that roster back. I really was impressed with their performance today. Unfortunately, I just think they got a Magnanimous that was in the losers bracket off the start and just super hot going in game after game, having to win, and really wanted that revenge. I really do hope Ice did get that top 8 finish, though. That being said, I mean, we're in our winners finals, guys, and we're just cruising. We're having fun with a whole bunch of you, and why don't you have fun with other people? Go tweet out, get the stream out there, let everyone know that the winners final is happening right now. We're going into game 5 of the winners final between Elevate and Flyers. We've seen these two commonly, Simply Fear Me and Bemsy. They just fought just under a week ago at Money Tuesday. We saw an intense game. We saw a little bit of a disrespectful moment from Bemsy, commonly trying to get his revenge. Bemsy trying to establish himself as the best new gun on the block. I really do love this Elevate roster, but man, I just see Flyers as this new potential game. Like with Envor and what I've seen from Envor, they are the team to beat, in my opinion.
And by the way, for you guys at home that you hear us referring back to Money Tuesdays over and over again, so in case you're new here or you've been hiding under a rock, I don't know what you've been doing, but Money Tuesdays is a bi-weekly show match that happens where the last 2 weeks we've actually featured $1,000 2v2s. Renegade and Bound actually went up against Soul Snipe and Druck in the first week, and then followed after that, they actually went up against Frosty and Trippy. And so far this season, they're actually undefeated. They've actually netted themselves $2,000 in just 2 matches. Mind you guys, we're not talking about tournaments here. Last time we actually had an undercard. It was commonly in Command Station that went up against Simply Fear Me and Vemsy. So make sure you guys, it's bi-weekly, Money Tuesdays. Make sure you guys check it out. It is absolutely insane. It's coming back on the 16th, but back into the action.
And Envor, the player to watch from the previous game, got the overshield right away, and you can see his secondary health bar underneath. You can see how close he was from getting that thing burned. Just got it on the body in time as they go up 3-0. This is what you wanted to see from Flyers. Last time they played Slayer, it was not a pretty look. It was a 10. It was actually, I think it ended up being 4, but a very dominating performance from Elevate nonetheless. They need to play much faster. They need to get a lead and hold on to the lead. They cannot play catch up, and this is probably the perfect map for them, right? There's not going to be power weapons to influence them. It's going to be all about the teamwork and playing fast and with each other. Super CC finds a double kill and is immediately pushing up to that top, as commonly finds another kill on Carmia, and this has just been a great start from Flyers early on.
I wasn't in the broadcast when you said it, but you said it game the first time we saw Regret on the broadcast. You said, people want to complain because it's snowballing. You get slayed out on, and then you get collapsed on, whether it's 2s or 4s or whatever it is. And you just said it pretty simple. Win your gunfights. Don't die.
Gunfights.
Play the daggone game right. Play for your team. Play your life. Destroy the enemy team, and then you spawn kill them. You made it sound so simple, but that's what you got to do.
It's all about execution and which team executes better. So far, Flyers proving to be that team. Neuronical in a great position at P2 to find a couple kills. Unfortunately, exposes himself too early, and commonly he's going to punish him for it. 14-9 in favor of Flyers, and Super CC is hunting this man at the bottom base. Carmia, you're not getting away. Super CC has your number, and now, oh my, Nade Simply Fear Me getting a great shot, and Nade's put on to Super CC to block him out. But once again, it's like, we're seeing all this momentum in favor of Flyers, but Elevate has done a great job to just keep themselves in their game. They're getting the trades out necessary to keep themselves in striking distance, and it's only 14-16 lead with this next overshield coming up. Envor has the time. We'll see if he can get the next overshield. It looks like all these players from Elevate are down there and ready to grab, and there we go. The next overshield going in favor of Vemsy. This could be the momentum shift that they needed.
It definitely can be. Actually, we're on board here with the young man Gabe Vemsy coming out of Florida. I believe 16 years old, future stock trader and a day trader. If you're in the future, he's definitely trying to teach himself. He's also very good in engineering. He knows what he's doing, so he's really educating himself on top of being a freaking god in Halo. Carmelo able to get the big kill on Jazero. Now he's getting the flank up on Blue Car, and they have no idea where are the call-outs. How did they not know Vemzy sneaking up right behind them? There should have been some call-outs across the board. Where is the communication coming out of Flyers right there?
Yeah, and all of Flyers' momentum early on has been stifled. 22-18. All the map control in favor of Elevate. Simply Fear Me getting down, getting Super CC, but Jazero answering back with his own double kill. And Carmilla's kind of out of the action over at that car door. They all pushed up the top mid from the P side while Carmilla was looking into the base, and that's going to cost him. It was basically a 3v4 in favor of Flyers, even though Carmilla was in a position that looked helpful. They did a great job at isolating out his angle, and now Super CC's in trouble. 2 players backing him down. Neuronical has a one-on-one versus Onboard, but the help comes through. Simply Fear Me with the help. Great job by Neuronical to play his life right there. That is a massive live from Neuronical, because it's going to keep them controlled, it's going to keep them at car side, and it's going to keep Flyers in the back base, and it's going to make it hard for them to push through. But if there's a man to do it, it's going to be Commonly.
Yes, an even better nade come out of Super CC right there. The Jazero winning his pivotal battle against Carmella. Now here comes the Cavalry. Elevate flying over. Simply Fear Me getting a great kill on Commonly. Neuronical going back at Jazero, so back-to-back kills. That's going to force Envoy and Super CC to back the heck down and get out of Dodge.
I mean, that is a great life from Neuronical. Neuronical, MVP of this game thus far. He's had great life after great life. Top Gun medal for his team, 1st to 10 in the lobby. And now it's, Carmilla needs to hit something with this. Oh, what a beautifully placed, just to the right. Imagine that thing dropped down and killed everyone. Instead, Envoy going to be able to clean up 3 players with the help of his team. And now back, we're just constantly seeing momentum shifts, right? We're talking about how this is a kind of a snowball map, but we've seen snowballs in both teams' favors now, and now the momentum in favor of Flyers. And this is the dangerous part, right? They're at 33 all. We're at 0-0. And they have the top control. It's going to start getting into the end game. Elevate need to figure out a way to break this control and get themselves back into this game. It's not looking great at the moment. Flyers with full momentum.
They really do. I love the composure coming out of this Flyer squad and back-to-back kills. Commonly and Envoy. Super CC coming in, and that's 3 down. Goes Elevate, a 4-kill lead in favor of Flyers right now. They're playing lights out. They're going to finish out these last 2 players in red and just hop on the spawns. There we go. They're going to go right across the map, and they're spawning blue, getting over towards P. The Flyers are playing lights out right now. They're playing like a veteran team that is icing up.
Yeah, I mean, I talk about an ice up, right? They had a great start, had an abysmal mid game, and then absolutely turned it around towards the end. They've taken themselves a 9-kill lead. This is like the inverse of what we saw in game 2, where it was Elevate putting down this damage. Now it's Flyers, and Flyers does not look like they're stopping anytime soon, as Jazero finds Simply Fear Me once again. Carmilla trying to stay alive, but this player's going to drop for him. It's Super CC evades, and I don't think Super CC just needs to over challenge, right? Just stay alive, Super. He does just that. Onboard finds Vemzy. This is looking all Flyers for the rest of this game. Talk about a game 5 performance from Commonly and the crew, and really shout out to Onboard. He has been the X factor for this team. They picked him up to get the gimmies. He's done everything, but he makes all the hard plays. He is the new blood that they needed. And there we go, Onboard showing Vemzy the disrespect. I love to see it. Show him that you are the new guy in the block. You are the one to watch out for, not you, Vemzy. This roster of Flyers absolutely put on a performance in the last 2 games.
And it just proves that you can be the young guns. You can have all the potential in the world. You can have all the firepower. But when it gets down to the nitty gritty, sometimes it takes a bunch of men to do the job. And as of right now, the young guns, and weren't able to ice out. They weren't able to clutch it out. The veterans coming out Commonly. Envoy, Super CC, Jazero, which, by the way, I call them veterans. They're still real young. I mean, they may have been maybe tried and true, and they may have showed up on land, have done it online, but they're also very young. So Flyers has a bright future.
I mean, I like Flyers for top 4 in the pro bracket. Like I think when they add Septify, this team will take the new echelon. Like they will be in that top echelon. I think they compete very well versus all the teams like Cloud9, like Inconceivable, Sentinels, and KCP. I really think people have been sleeping on this roster. Commonly has built something great here. You can tell that they play objective at just a better pace than everyone else. You know, that echelon oddball, they had a little things that they could clean up. I still think they played it well. They played like a powerhouse on that true flag. I love every moment of it. They had a couple mistakes, a couple hiccups, but when it comes to the objectives, they look just clearly better than everyone else in this bracket.
So you got a nice stake. You got a nice stake on the fact that Flyers are going to finish above KCP next week.
Not next week. I think sometime, maybe next week, but sometime in this next season.
When are they going to do it?
In the season, Tony, in the season.
No, I want to know what's happening next week. They're going to do it next week. I want a stake on it.
We'll see. A stake right now? Tony, you owe me like 3 stakes. Now I'll put a stake on it. I'll put a stake on it. What are we going to call? I just got to talk myself up. I really like this Flyers roster.
$50? Yeah, call out bets here?
No, I really do like this Flyers roster. I think they can do it. I do really think. I don't know if it's going to be over KCP because I actually really like KCP as well. I think maybe they find Cloud9 on their off day and take them out of top 4. Cloud9, a team that I think has some icing to do when it comes to these Halo 5 Pro Series. Yeah, I think Flyers does it, man. And it's like, I don't want to feel as if I'm hyping them up too much, but these guys are insane. Like, if you are doubting them, stop. Because they're just not to be doubted. Look at Commonly. He ran out of pistol ammo and then picked up another pistol that had like less than a clip in it. Oh, man, this man was just living, dude.
I'm glad that you're a prisoner of the moment, which oftentimes we do as casters right now. But you must have forgot how good KCP is. And let me tell you, Flyers are daggone objective efficient, and they have that veteran leadership to step up and win when it comes to a Game 5 Slayer, which they put on display. So does KCP. And KCP just might be a little bit more objective efficient. They might just be a little bit more better. God, that's a phrase. A little bit better at icing up in Game 5s. These guys play money 2s all day. They watch film all day. That's all KCP does.
And Tony, why don't you go give everyone a little bit of a rundown of what's happening over in the losers bracket. I want to see if we can find a stream to watch. I'm actually going to step away for just a minute, be a little bit of veil behind the screen, guys. I'm not going to be here. Tony going to be your leading man. Why don't you give a breakdown of everything that's been happening in this tournament and show where we're standing at the time?